It's a Saturday and a holiday for Urvesh, but he, along with his wife Vaishali and son, are going out for a special weekend program. Anup is going out for some work, which is outside of the office. Ravindra is accompanied by his wife and their son Rohit, who is pursuing higher studies, for an outing to the seashore. Urvesh, Anup and Ravindra are among hundreds of Tata Power employees who are committed to Arpan, the power to transform destinies. Arpan is an employee volunteering movement of Tata Power. It's a strong, purpose-led, collaborative effort by Tata Power employees to use their skill, time and passion to make a difference to the community and environment. Tata Power chosen 4 flagship themes in the sphere of education, financial inclusion, good health and green initiatives, all aligned to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The volunteers carry out their tasks on weekends and holidays without any remuneration.
You have to get up on a Sunday morning when you could be relaxing at home, talking to your children, having fun. But no, leave that aside for one Sunday in a month, maybe 2 Sundays in a month, and step out. Take that effort, feel that pain, and then with that will come the reward and the pleasure.
Urvesh and Vaishali, accompanied by their son, visit the municipal school nearby. They work as mentors to these less privileged children to improve their studies by making learning interesting to them.
वॉलंटियरिंग करके मुझे बहुत ही अच्छा फील होता है. इवन मेरी फैमिली भी बहुत खुश होती है बिकॉज दे ऑन अ वीकेंड डेज दे आल्सो कम विद मी.
Anup visits a slum nearby. He and his colleagues set up a help desk to assist the residents who are mostly illiterate and poor to obtain valid government documents so that they can avail the benefits of various government schemes for financial inclusion. Even on a Sunday, Tata Power volunteers are receiving a group of school children from a suburban school. They accompany the volunteers to the seafront nearby. The volunteers begin to clean the shore, picking up plastic waste and garbage that the sea has thrown back. Looking at them, the school students too get into action. Everyone is enthusiastic about the task they are doing.
I would say that everybody should contribute to this good cause, and it's just a great feeling.
And it's not for the hours, it's like from the spirit, and we are doing it. That's the whole essence of it.
At the seashore, Ravindra, his wife and son are guiding these children with healthy hand-washing techniques as integral to keeping good health and hygiene.
मैं एक चाहता हूँ कि सोसाइटी के लिए कुछ करने का है तो हफ्ते में एक बार अपने फैमिली के साथ जाइए.
To everybody, what is status? It means giving back. Not just keeping for ourselves, not just gaining profit, not just enriching ourselves, but to share everything back with society. And to me, that is volunteering.
Tata Power volunteers conduct special sessions with Anganwadi workers to sensitize them on child sexual abuse and molestation so that they can make children aware of the dangers without causing anxiety.
If I were to go out and reach out to someone wherein I can add value to someone else's life besides my own, I think that is volunteering.
Big hand for Shardul for making it here.
Young cricket sensation Shardul Thakur joins the Tata Power volunteers to take a pledge on their renewed commitment to Arpan. Arpan is driven by a collective force of Tata Power employees, encouraged by the leadership team to do their bit to make a positive difference to the community as ingrained in the philosophy of the founding fathers of Tata Group.
Take care of the trees. They are your children. They will take care of you, your children and your grandchildren. So for the future generation, we need to ensure that more and more trees are planted.
At Tata Power, we believe that we have the power to make a difference through volunteering.
daybreak has an energetic pace, rejuvenating the body and refreshing the mind. Together with friends and colleagues, all set to take on challenges head on. And promising the loved ones to make lives happy and safe for all. With a legacy of over 100 years, Tata Power is India's premier and the largest integrated power company. Its operations are spread across the length and breadth of India and overseas, serving several millions of customers with uninterrupted supply of power. Making this possible day in and day out with total reliability and utmost safety is a dedicated team with a missionary zeal in the continuous pursuit of achieving sustainable progress. Powered by safety first. Across the Tata Power locations pan-India, safety is a core value and the first step in all activities. All operations are governed by the Tata Power Safety Management System. Every employee of Tata Power is strongly committed to the safety code of conduct. Be proactive, be safe. Visibly demonstrating safe practices as a role model. Evaluate risk and deploy effective controls at site based on the hierarchy of controls. Continuous training empowers employees across hierarchy to learn, practice, and adopt the best safety practices. Customized e-learning modules provide intense training on all critical operation-linked safety procedures. All contract workers undergo elaborate safety training at the Tata Power Skill Development Institutes across India. Safety capability of vendors is evaluated right from pre-registration to before awarding the contract and throughout the job execution phases. Tata Power has a robust business continuity and disaster management plan to handle any emergency conditions systematically. All our installations and facilities are equipped with advanced fire detection and protection systems. Periodic mock drills are conducted for handling emergency situations like fire to reinforce safety preparedness. Tata Power has an interdependent safety culture nurtured by felt leadership programs engaging two-way communication, behaviour-based safety training and empowerment to stop any unsafe activity. The leadership team is strongly committed to safety as positive role models for others. Everyone in the organisation cares and coaches each other, take a lead and adopt the best safety practices. With the strong belief that safety and well-being of all stakeholders is a basic need for business, regular campaigns are conducted through employee volunteering to create community awareness on electrical safety. At Tata Power, we believe that safety leads the way to sustainability. Our multi-pronged initiatives on developing a green environment with flora and fauna has helped to create a sustainable ecosystem around all our operating locations. Our multiple endeavours on safety and sustainability have been recognised through several awards and accolades from both national and international authorities. following the footsteps of the founders of the Tata Group, Team Tata Power is on a continuous mission to protect lives and property as the first step in continuously lighting up the lives of millions of people and the sustainable development of the nation.
Shareholders. This is Hanos Mistry, Company Secretary. I'm very pleased to welcome you all to the NCLT convened meeting of the Tata Power Company Limited, held through video conference. I would like to take you through certain points regarding participation at this meeting. Point number 1, the facility of joining the meeting through video conference or other audiovisual means is being made available to members on a first-come, first-served basis. 2, all members who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute mode by the host to avoid any disturbance arising from background noise and ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. 3, once the Q&A session starts, the chairman will announce the name of the shareholders who have registered as speaker shareholder one by one. 4, only the audio of the speaker shareholder will thereafter be unmuted by the host. To start speaking, the shareholder is requested to click the video on button only once and wait till the video is on. If the shareholder is not able to join through video for any reason, he can speak through the audio mode. 5, while speaking, we would request the speaker to A, use a earphone so that he is clearly audible, B, minimize any noise in the background, C, ensure that Wi-Fi is not connected to any other device, D, no other background applications are running, and E, there is proper lighting to have a good video and audio experience. 6, if there is a connectivity problem at the speaker shareholder's end, we would ask the next speaker to join. Once the connectivity improves, the speaker shareholder may be called again to speak once the other shareholders who have registered complete their turn. 7, we would like to request the shareholders to limit their speech to 3 minutes, please. 8, during the meeting, if a member faces any technical issues, he may contact the helpline number mentioned in the notice of the meeting. Thank you, and over to Chairman.
Thank you, Hanos. Good afternoon. I welcome the members to the NCLT convened meeting of the company. I would like to inform you that this meeting is convened pursuant to the order dated 5th January 2021 of the Honorable NCLT Mumbai bench in the matter of the composite scheme of arrangement amongst Coastal Gujarat Power Limited and Tata Power Solar Systems Limited and the Tata Power Company Limited and their respective shareholders. Void in said order, the Honorable NCLT has appointed me as the chairman to preside over this meeting. As the requisite quorum is present, I now call the meeting to order. First, I would like all the directors who are on the video conference to introduce themselves. Let me start with requesting Ms. Anjali Bansal.
This is Anjali Bansal participating in this meeting through video conference from Mumbai. In light of his inability to attend today's meeting, Chairman of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee has authorized me to represent him. Thank you.
Ms. Vibha Padalka.
This is Vibha Padalkar joining this meeting from my residence in Parel.
Mr. Sanjay Bhandarkar.
Good afternoon. This is Sanjay Bhandarkar joining this meeting by video conference from Mumbai. I also chair the Nomination and Remunerations Subcommittee of the board. Thank you.
Mr. Hemant Bhargava.
Good afternoon. This is Hemant Bhargav participating in this meeting through video conference from my residence in Mumbai.
Mr. Saurabh Agarwal. Okay. Mr. Ashok Sinha.
In Mumbai. I am also the chairman of the audit committee of the board. Thank you.
Along with me present are Mr. Praveer Sinha, CEO and MD, Mr. Ramesh Subramaniam, Chief Financial Officer, and Mr. Hanas Mistry, the Company Secretary. I would like to inform you that Mr. K.M. Chandrasekhar and Mr. Banmali Agarwala have expressed their inability to attend this meeting. The representatives of the statutory auditors and the secretarial auditors are also attending this meeting. Let me first thank all the members for joining this meeting. I hope all are safe and in good health. Due to the coronavirus concerns, lockdown and social distancing norms, the NCLT has directed the company to hold this meeting through video conference. This is in compliance with the directions of the Ministry of Company Affairs and the Honorable NCLT. The notice of the meeting, the explanatory statement under Section 233, read with Section 102 of the Companies Act 2013 and rules framed thereunder, and the scheme between the Transferor Company 1, Transferor Company 2 and the transferee company have already been dispatched to the members on email as per the directions of the NCLT. In addition, advertisements containing the notice of the meeting were duly published in newspapers in accordance with the directions of the NCLT. A live streaming of this meeting is also being webcast on NSDL's website. The company has taken the requisite steps to enable members to participate and vote on the item being considered at this meeting. The company has received 2 letters along with board resolutions from corporate shareholders in respect of ₹148 crores 36 lakhs 35,746 equity shares, representing 46.43% of the paid up equity capital. Since there is no physical attendance of members, the requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. The registers, as required under the Act, and the documents that are required to be kept open in terms of the resolution provided in the notice are open for inspection. Members who have not voted earlier through remote e-voting can cast their vote in the course of the meeting through e-voting facility. Since the notice is already circulated to all the members, I take the notice convening the meeting as read. Now, coming to the main agenda item, as part of the proposed composite scheme of arrangement, Tata Power, the transferee company, is desirous of consolidating the assets and liabilities of CGPL and TPSSL, the transferor companies pursuant to amalgamation. So there are 3 companies involved. The Coastal Gujarat Power Limited, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Tata Power, and that owns and operates 4,150 megawatts of power project in Mundra, Gujarat. And the second company is the Tata Power Solar Systems Limited, which manufactures the solar cells and modules, as well as is in the business of EPC in the solar energy market. And the third is the Tata Power Company, which is your company, which is one of the largest power generation, transmission, distribution companies in India. Summary of the scheme. The scheme provides for the amalgamation of CGPL and TPSSL with the Tata Power Company Limited and the capital reorganization of the Tata Power. These are the 2 main provisions in the scheme. Why are we restructuring? There are significant advantages because this scheme is part of the Tata Power's internal group restructuring effort in order to simplify the operations as well as benefit from the synergies that arise due to the consolidation of these entities. The scheme will also result in a very efficient utilization of capital, of enhanced development and growth of the consolidated business in a single entity. The scheme will also offer opportunities for employees to grow and bringing them in a common pool of resources. And fourth, Tata Power over the years has built up reserves from its retained profits, and the same has been transferred to the general reserves. With the robust business practices and the outlook we have in terms of the growth as well as the cash flow generation, we believe that the general reserves that we currently have is in excess of the current anticipated operational and business needs for the foreseeable future. So by transferring the same to the retained earnings, the company, as per the discussion and decision of the board of directors of Tata Power at the appropriate time, may choose to return and share this with the shareholders. The scheme is in the interest of shareholders, creditors, and all other stakeholders of the parties, and is not prejudicial to the interests of the concerned shareholders, creditors of the parties, or the public at large. Now I request the company secretary to explain the sequence of the meeting and the process of voting on the resolution in the meeting.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. The Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulations provide for electronic voting. Accordingly, the company has provided its members the facility to cast their vote through the remote electronic voting system administered by NSDL. The facility for voting at the meeting is also provided for members present here and who have not voted yet. Members may please go to the voting page of NSDL e-voting website and cast their vote while at the same time watching the proceedings of the meeting. Mr. P.N. Parikh, or failing him Mr. Mitesh Dablewala, practicing company secretaries, have been appointed as scrutinizer to scrutinize the votes cast at the meeting and through remote e-voting. Since the meeting is being held through video conference or other audio-visual means, and the resolution mentioned in the notice convening this meeting have been already put to vote through remote e-voting, there will be no proposing and seconding of the resolutions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jonas. Before I call the people who wish to speak on this proposal, I would like to remind that this meeting has been called on the directions of the Honorable NCLT Mumbai bench, specifically to discuss the proposal contained in the notice, and therefore I request the members to confine their discussions and observations to this proposal alone. I also request you to be brief and avoid being repetitive. I will now call the members. First, Dr. Arun Kumar Bopanna.
So you may start your video and please comment.
Yeah, has the video come? Yeah.
Yes, Arun, yes.
How are you, sir? Long time no see.
Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good afternoon to everybody. Happy to see the Tata Power family. Sir, this video communication or conference is not satisfying to me. This prolonged separation is like being in silos for about 8-9 months now. I am dying to see you. I just want you to open the Bombay House doors, the temple which I visit often. I look forward to this special meet as soon as possible, sir. I compliment the Tata Power management in extending a helping hand by taking over CGPL, which has been bleeding rather in ICU. Tata Power has been in forefront to serve the power consumption needs of India with affordable and dependable power. I compliment the secretarial team and the legal team for their efforts in making this marriage possible as early as possible. I believe this merger scheme will give better access to credit, better employee utilization, lower legal and admin expenses, operational synergies and efficiencies, better corporate governance. With simplified compliance structure, I think life of Anuj will be easier now. I hope you're doing with a purpose. I know you're doing with a purpose. I know this is the right way to face the consequences. I support this scheme as it is in the interest of the shareholders, creditors, and all the stakeholders. Tata Power over a century has built significant reserves from profits. I expect Tata Power to increase its incremental cash flow with business operations, continuing the growth trajectory with robust business practices and good corporate governance. And one second. I do trust and believe the shareholders will be sharing the profits from time to time decided by the board. Sir, should I ask you one question? When will you open the doors of Bombay House? That's the only question I have. So as to meet physically with all the warm handshakes and smiles. In conclusion, I wish Tata Power to maintain a predominant position in generation, transmission, distribution of electricity, and be a leader for another 100 years. I wish you all the best. So thank you so much for your patient hearing.
Thank you. Mr. Tamal Kumar Majumdar.
So you may start your video and please commence.
One minute, sir. Video is not working. Respected Chandra sir, Mr. Sinha, Mrs. Padalkar, Mr. Bansal and other directors of the company, myself, Tamal Kumar Majumdar, an equity shareholder from Kolkata. Sir, after nearly 6 months, we are meeting at the meeting. My special thanks to our company secretary, Bhanuj Mistry and his team, consists of Jeraz, Mernos, Jitendra Prasad and others for sending the scheme well in time and for maintaining cordial relationship with us. Sir, I have gone through the entire scheme of 108 pages scheme. Sir, I have gone through the entire scheme of 108 pages and seek your indulgence in asking raising certain points. Firstly, the board of directors of three companies, namely the Tata Power Company Limited and its 100% subsidiaries, namely Coastal Gujarat Power Limited and Tata Power Limited. What is happening? Tata Power, Coastal Gujarat Power Limited and Tata Power Solar Edge Systems Limited, by their meeting held on 12th August 2020 and approved the scheme of arrangement of merger of the above subsidiaries with its holding company with effect from the appointed date 1/4/2020. I have some queries relating to auditor accounts and other matters. Firstly, sir, the 4,000 megawatt capacity based Coastal Gujarat Power Limited is giving its holding company sleepless nights still since starting of its operation in 2000, generating since March 2012. Its fifth unit of 800 megawatt started generating power in March 2012. Due to abnormal negative mismatch in tariff recovery and indifferent attitude of various state governments, who are the main buyers of power, in increasing the tariff rate, made the unit unviable. As a result, company booked a loss of rupees 891 crores during the last year, and it had an accumulated loss of 11,597 crores against an equity base of 8,000 crores and unsecured perpetual securities of 7,036 crores. Tata Power used to infuse fund by way of equity for its smooth running. Unable to bear the loss any further, earlier Tata Power wanted to sell majority holding of the subsidiary for a token of ₹1. It also stopped generating after February 2020 and again started generation in April 2020. But no positive change in the attitude of bulk buyers took place. But this scenario started changing after decline in coal prices. During December 2020 quarter, it reported under recovery of tariff came to 32 paisa per unit against 42 paisa per unit in the last year. And the loss for its 6 months period also came down to 266 crores. Along with this, the merger proposal is really a win-win situation for both Tata Power as well as its shareholders. Because through the merger, Tata Power will get huge tax benefits over the years against loss incurred by Coastal Gujarat Power Limited. Would you please throw some light quantifying of immediate tax benefits in financial year 21 and as well as total tax benefits to Tata Power after the merger? And sir, what is the PLF of Coastal Gujarat Power Limited during the current year, and as well as current under recovery per unit of power and your expectation for financial year 22? And what is the status of discussion as regards hike in tariff with the state government? Who are the bulk buyers? any impact on temporary shutdown of units of Coastal Gujarat after February 2020, or whether the management is not pursuing the matter due to decrease in coal prices and other positive developments took place like payment to banks and debenture holders of CGPL totaling 3,790 crores, etc. Sir, standalone pre-reserve of Tata Power as on 31st March 2020 was 12,516.02 crores, which includes retained earning balance of 3,027 crores, and securities premium of 5,634.98 crores, and general reserve of 3,853.98 crores. During the current year of financial year 21, 2,548 crores added to share premium due to preferential allotment of 49 crores security shares to promoters at a price of 53 per share. On 14th August 2020, during 9 months, financial year 21, net profit after tax of 764 crores of Tata Power also added to the retained earnings. Through the scheme, clause 5.6.b and clause 11.1, pages 15 and 31 of the scheme, the company proposes to adjust debit balances of transferring companies against share premium account, and also adjust debit balance of transferring company against share premium account, and also proposes to transfer its entire general reserve of 3,853.98 crores as on 31st March 2020 to the retained earning account. As per provision of Section 123 of the Companies Act 2015, which came into effect in April 2014, no longer binds a company to mandatorily transfer a part of its profit to reserve prior to declaration of dividend. And Hindustan Unilever is the first company who transferred the pre-reserve to its retained earning through a scheme of arrangement. It feels nice that Tata Power is also followed the same method. So after adjustment of net loss of Coastal Gujarat Power Limited as on 31st March of rupees 3,597, after an adjustment of equity of 8,000 crores, with retained earnings balance of Tata Power and transfer of general reserve into retained earnings, there will be more than 10,000 crores in adjusted retained earning balance as on 31st March 2021. If we consider net profit of 735 crores of Tata Power and 41 crores of Tata Power Solar Systems Limited for the 9 months period ending 31st December 2020. So there will be no problem in declaring dividend in the coming years by Tata Power to its shareholders. Would you share your thoughts in this respect, sir? Sir, Tata Power has reported as a net debt balance of 36,363 crores as on 31st December 2020, with average borrowing cost of 8% per annum. Could you please share your thoughts in respect of further liquidation of debts and lowering of interest cost in the coming years? Sir, another positive development in the scheme is that authorized share capital of the company will increase by a whopping 10,250 crores. It is in clause 14.1, page 31 of the scheme. Without payment of further fees to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Due to this, I believe the company will not be required to seek shareholders' approval for increase in authorized capital in the coming 10 years. Want to know your view in this respect also, sir. Sir, as per clause 9.1.6, page 30 of the scheme, in case of any difference in accounting policies between transferor companies and transferee companies, accounting policies of transferee companies will prevail. Whether we expect any financial adjustment in the scheme in this respect, please throw some light on it. And sir, another point is that what is the rationale in merging a profit-making Tata Power Solar Systems with the Tata Power Company Limited, instead of keeping or merging it with solar power companies? And sir, recently as regards solar is concerned, there is a development took place. As regards cancellation of Dolaria solar project is concerned, I want to know your view in this regard. And lastly, I strongly support the scheme, which I believe will be beneficial for the shareholders in the coming years. Thank you all for patient hearing.
Thank you, Tamalda. Ms. Homa Purdehi.
Madam, you may start your video and please commence.
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me? Yeah, thank you. Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Chandrasekhar. It's a pleasure to meet you, though virtually, not physically. Okay, now I just want to say, so why have you now decided to merge in our main Tata Power One? So second question is, so in the what about the losses? How are you going to appropriate the losses? So why has the CFO has to give an explanation? In the first place, why was this solar plant purchased? So we remember when it was purchased. That also we remember very well. So why was it purchased in the first place? Your CFO was there that time also. He has to give us an explanation. So you mentioned about the few benefits by merging, restructuring. There are benefits and so on. You have mentioned. So you can throw further light on that. And I don't want to. The others have given detailed questions. So I'm here listening to your answers. And I'm now handing over to the next speaker, Beruz Purade. Thank you, sir.
Respected Chairman, Mr. Chandrasekhar and other directors, my name is Beruz Faramroz Purdei. Sir, at the outset, we are very pleased that the three stalwart CFO, Ramesh Subramaniam, then CEO, Pravir Sinha, and the CS, Mr. Anuj Mistry, all are dedicated. Really, they are very well taking care of our company. So we appreciate the 3C. So also we have three parties who are really taking care of the CSR. We saw just now the film also. Anuj Mistry, then Veera, then Merno Geras. All three parties are really dedicated. So I don't want to speak. I saw your film and I support all your resolutions and I wish the company, because Ramesh Subramaniam used to explain us in Intercontinental Hotel that don't worry, the company will come out of all the liabilities. I think you will curtail your liabilities and see that the company doesn't have more, the assets are sufficient to cover up all the liabilities. So we support all your resolution. And sir, we also would like to know that many companies are giving interim dividend. So I hope that only your one Tata company, TCS, is giving interim dividend, first, second, third. So not a single other companies are giving of Tata's any interim dividend. I think you will look into this and see that the shareholders are always given interim dividend. And see that the company makes profit in the first, second quarter. That time out of that profit, you can give interim dividend and that will reflect the true potential of the company. So I hope you will look into this and see that other Tata companies also come out, because TCS is the only company which is a dynamic company and it is hovering more than 3,000. All other companies are very subdued. I think you will see that our company, all share price reflect more than 1,000. I think Tata Power has also the capability of touching a pinnacle height. So I appreciate Mr. Anuj Mistry because he is a very dedicated and a very sincere company secretary. And I wish him all the very best. Even if Pravir Sinha, the CEO, he is also very, very sincere and dedicated. And even Ramesh Subramaniam, the CFO, he is also very well known. And I wish them all the very best and see that the company reaches the pinnacle. And now it is 90 and it should go over 100th century. So I wish the company all the best and thank you very much, and I support all your resolution.
Thank you. Mr. Santosh Saraf.
So you may start your video and please commence.
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, उपस्थित सदस्यगण और मेरे शेयर होल्डर भाइयों बहनों, जो आज वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस के प्रेजेंट है, आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। मैं संतोष कुमार सराफ कलकत्ता से बोल रहा हूँ सर। सर एक तो आप सभी डायरेक्टर को और जितने भी हमारे एम्प्लॉई हैं, जितने भी हमारे शेयर होल्डर हैं और जितने भी स्टॉक होल्डर हैं, सबको नव वर्ष की शुभकामना देता हूँ सर। सर लास्ट ईयर जो अपने 2020 में हमको बहुत कुछ सिखाया है, अब हम नए साल 2021 में प्रवेश कर रहे हैं। पॉजिटिव सोच के साथ प्रवेश करें, ये भी बहुत अच्छा है सर। 2020 में हमने जो शिक्षा मिली है वो शायद अपने जिंदा रहते हुए तक अपने को ग्रहण की और याद रहेगी सर। सर जो आपने जो डिसीजन लिया 3 कंपनी को मिला के एक कंपनी करने का, ये 2021 की सबसे बड़ी पॉजिटिव सोच आपने ली है, जिससे खर्चे भी कमती होंगे, मैनेजमेंट करने में भी सुविधा होगी सर। ये इसके लिए मैं आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर। एक सर मेरे को ये पूछना था, अभी जो गवर्नमेंट ने नियम मैंने सुना है टीवी में कि वो लोग अपने सप्लायर कंज्यूमर को चॉइस दे रहे हैं कि आप अपना कंज्यूमर सप्लायर चॉइस कर सकते हैं। जैसे हम लोग मोबाइल के अंदर में अपने जो सप्लायर्स होते हैं उनको चॉइस करते हैं, जियो, वोडाफोन, इसी तरह भी इलेक्ट्रिक कंपनी के लोग को भी हम चॉइस कर सकते हैं। ऐसा फ्यूचर में आने वाला है या आ गया होगा सर? तो मेरा पिछले संपर्क में आपसे पूछना है सर कि आप तो जहाँ सप्लाई करते हैं, इसके अलावा अन्य सिटी में भी आप एक्सपेंशन का प्रोग्राम है क्या? मैं तो कलकत्ता हूँ, कलकत्ता में इसके CSC और वेस्ट में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की सप्लाई है सर। तो यहाँ भी कोई आप फ्यूचर में कोई प्लान कर रहे हैं जिससे कि चॉइस मिले? कि अभी तो कोई चॉइस है नहीं, तो फ्यूचर में इलेक्ट्रिक कंपनी क्या किस तरह आगे बढ़ेगी जिससे कंज्यूमर को चॉइस मिले, और तब तक ये मतलब आ जाएगा सर? एक सर ये टाटा सोलर में 255 करोड़ का लिटिगेशन है सर, इसके बारे में क्या विचार आपका बताइएगा सर। और सर ये जो मर्जर के बाद में टाटा पावर की इक्विटी के ऊपर में क्या इफेक्ट आएगा, कुछ आएगा तो उसके बारे में एक्सप्लेन करिएगा सर हमें। और सर ये वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग काफी अच्छी है सर, क्योंकि वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग कार्य में कलकत्ता से आपसे कर रहा हूँ, और ये 2021 की पहली मीटिंग है जो EGM के थ्रू है, और आपके दर्शन देख के मुझे काफी अच्छा लग रहा है सर, क्योंकि ऐसे तो साल में एक बार ही हमें टाटा टी की कभी कंज्यूमर की मीटिंग होती थी तो मुलाकात होती थी। तो मैं कहूंगा सर कि जो वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग इसको कंटिन्यू रखिए, ये फायदे ही फायदे हैं। हम घर में बैठ के अपना अटेंड कर सकते हैं, और साल में कहीं भी रहे कोई भी आदमी कहीं से भी अटेंड कर सकता है सर। तो इसको कंटिन्यू करने की मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा सर। और सर ये है कि मैं ज्यादा कुछ नहीं कहूंगा, क्योंकि आपने बहुत बड़ा अच्छा पॉजिटिव डिसीजन लिया है और पॉजिटिव विचारों के साथ प्रकट हो रहे हैं, तो इसका मेरा पूरा ईयर आपके फेवर में है सर। और मैं दोबारा एक मतलब भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ कि ये कंपनी के लिए जो ईयर है 2021, ये हेल्दी और वेल्दी और प्रॉस्पेरस ईयर है, और हमारे डायरेक्टर, कर्मचारी और जितने भी हमारे स्टेक होल्डर हैं और जितने इनके लिए ये ईयर हेल्दी वेल्दी और प्रॉस्पेरस के हिसाब से उनको अच्छा रहेगा सर। और समय देने के चंद्रशेखर के साथ आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आशा करते हैं फिर इस साल में जल्दी कभी मुलाकात होगी। नमस्कार सर। और आपने जैसे कहा था कि आप डेप्ट अपना रिड्यूस कर रहे हैं टाटा ग्रुप का, तो काफी अच्छा लग रहा था। इसके लिए आपने कई कदम उठाए। TCS का मतलब है, इससे रिलेटेड नहीं है सर, फिर भी अपनी भावना प्रकट करता हूँ। TCS में आपने बाई पिक किया, उसके कारण भी काफी अपना डेप्ट में सोचता हूँ कि टाटा में जो डेप्ट है उसका वो भी कमती होगा सर। और समय देने ज्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा सर, 2-3 मिनट का समय आपने दिया, मैंने ज्यादा ले लिया। तो मैं आप सभी को शुभकामना देते हुए आप सभी से नमस्कार करता हूँ सर, और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ आप सब सुन रहिए सर। जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय श्री राम। नमस्कार सर, आपकी लंबी करता हूँ सर।
Thank you, Mr. Saraf. Mr. Adil Irani.
So you may start your video and please commence.
Mr. Adil Irani.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm Adil Irani speaking.
Yes.
So at least during this video conference, sir, move your head, no shake your head, because I can't hear. Because over there, physically, we could see, yes, you can hear me.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Sir, where is my managing director? Sir, I have not seen him. I have not heard him. He is a silent man. He is a very silent worker.
And I don't see his list in the name in the list also. Anyway, sir, I support all your resolutions. Sir, it's a 100-year young company. And I mean, it's a Tata company, it's a Bawaji company. So there's nothing I can say about it. It's my company. That is why I invest because of the management. And whatever this NCLL or National Law Tribunal, whatever they want, exactly, I agree to whatever the company has want them to do. So only there are 3 points which may not be relevant to the meeting, but then there's no other way I can. So feedback, sir, it's regarding feedback for these WebNet meetings. Hello. Feedback for these WebNet meetings, sir. Sir, can you hear me? Yeah, please go on. Okay, so one of the things is, sir, keep a video on, sir. So why do you keep a video? You can mute me, but at least I can see myself and I can see the other speakers. Then the list of participants is also not revealed. So the list of participants can also be revealed, because I have attended other meetings also where we can see each other and the list of participants can also be there. And the last but not least, as far as taxes to be debited at source, it started in the year 2021, basically during this pandemic. So there should be one point. Now Tata Power is telling me, come and physically fill up a form 15. Tata Motor is telling me, Tata Chemical is telling me, Colgate is, all other companies. So my 1 point thing is where the Demat, I've got a Demat account. So my Demat account person has all my details. He has my PAN card number, he has my Aadhaar, he's gone. And if I just tell him, okay, I'm not taxable, and I fill up 115F, which is applicable to all the companies which lying with them. So then why the company can take the details from the Demat fellow? Why I have to write to now 100 companies for all the this income, my tax should not be debited source. I'm not able to do that. For example, say we have got 200 companies. Why should I write to all 200 companies that all my details can, so okay sir, you understood what I'm trying to say? Hello?
Now we hear what you are saying, please.
Okay, boss, so I don't want to take your time. Thank you very much. Please tell the company secretary, all the Tata company secretaries to think about it. Give it a thought. Okay, why should an individual old person like me, now we are 80 years, 85-year-old, why should we, individual give this form 15F so the tax is not debited at source? Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Gautam Tiwari.
So you may start your video and please come in.
Yes, sir. Can you listen me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And probably you can see me also. Sir, first of all, sir, I'm very happy to see you well and hearty and in a good, healthy condition. Sir, I would like you to keep a smiling face, sir, because our Tata Power share had touched almost very lower cost, and which has come threefold now, which has multiplied in the value of threefold in the stock markets, which shows your excellent business acumen and your business understanding to a larger and greater extent, not only to Tata Power, but all Tata group of companies. Chairman, sir, a very, very good day to all my eminent board of directors, my chairman, sir, and other distinguished directors, and all those who are present to attend this meeting, sir, and our company secretary Jairaj also. Sir, I would like to specially thank our this CEO and CFO, Mr. Parveer Sinha and Ramesh Subramaniam for doing excellent job, and Jitendra Prasad, who has brought this scheme also. I have studied this scheme in detail, and I'm very sure, sir, it is going to give better value to all the creditors, investors, better profit, better value again, and better profit and better days, and moreover, tax saving. Precisely well. I'm very sure, sir, whatever is done, we are there with all Tata group of companies, and we are very much pleased to be with you always and all the time. Sir, I would, now this, our Tata Power company is getting merged with our Tata Power Coastal Gujarat and Tata Power Solar System. Now Tata Power Solar System also has was some loss-making company, and of course Coastal Gujarat was making more and more losses. So now I'm sure after merger, the shareholders will be able to get better values. Sir, I would like to know when this merger process will be complete and when shall we start getting the benefit, when investors and shareholders will start getting the benefit of this merger in future. Sir, I would like the very first shareholder, Mr. Arun Kumar, I would also like to know, sir, when are you going to open the doors, sir, Bombay House for important, at least two important shareholders who would always have got certain queries and who visit Bombay House very often. Sir, another thing is, sir, how are you going to manage the lower cost on borrowing, lower interest cost rather on borrowings? And would you be able to pay some dividend, sir, at least some dividend to the shareholders in the coming, at least in the next, this financial year, so that our company will be on dividend list and we will have better value in the stock market. Sir, you have got an excellent business acumen, excellent working ways, and we are very happy to have you as our chairman and a leading personality who has got all the abilities to lead all of us, all the management board precisely well, and keeping the company and showing the profit in the company. Sir, I would also like to make one more request, sir. Except TCS, nobody is paying the interim dividend. Why we? Of course, Tata Power is not paying very big dividend. So here it is all right, but other companies which can pay better dividend can come on interim dividend list. And rest, I am especially thankful to Mr. Jeras, Ms. Kezia, and Hanos Mistry is also very dynamic and very efficient, our company secretary, and we wish all the best. Sir, I wish that you should live for more than 100 years, and this way only we should be able to meet, and you should be able to, and you will be guiding to us. Let us hope that we meet personally in the days to come, as and when nearly it is possible. Sir, I thank you very much for patient listening, and I wish you all the best, and I am very sure I wish all the best, not only to you, all the management board and all the Tata employees and all the persons who are attending the meeting and all Tata Group shareholders for the safety and protective field and taking care of themselves and keeping them more hygienic and valuable. Thank you very much for patient listening. I have already voted in favor of the resolutions, and I am always there in support of you till I stay on the earth, till I stay on the planet of Earth. Thank you very much, sir, for patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tiwari. Now to respond to the different questions raised by the members. We are considering the opening of Bombay House, but we are evaluating it every month. But we just don't want to increase the risk. So the good thing is the overall cases in India has been coming down, as well as in Bombay, but still Maharashtra is high compared to the rest of the country. So we are evaluating this, and I hope to come to a decision to open pretty soon. We don't have a definitive date, but we are hopeful that we will start to open pretty soon. Mr. Tamal Mujumdar, you articulated the details of the scheme with great analysis. So you explained why the scheme is beneficial to all parties and all stakeholders. So thank you for that. With regard to specific question on why TPSSL, I think you asked the question about the immediate tax benefit. I mean, it will depend on the actual performance of the business and how much profit it makes. So we can't predict it today. But it will be beneficial. The second one is the PLF of CGPL during the current year. It's about 73%. The under recovery of CGPL until December 20 was 31 paise. And yes, the coal, we are also taking a call on the future of coal. So we will see where it goes. And we don't see a resolution otherwise. but I think the coal prices where they were at least during most part of the year, things seem to look better. There will be no impact on the dividend paying ability of the company post the scheme. The capital reorganization which forms part of the scheme will only further strengthen our ability to pay dividends and pay more dividend if required. And the debt reduction, we have come to 36,000. The immediate next opportunity is we are waiting for the closure of the InvIT. When that happens, we will deconsolidate a good amount, a significant portion of the debt away from Tata Power Limited, which will improve all the balance sheet and fitness ratios very, very significantly. The authorized share capital will significantly get enhanced post the merger. The fundamental reason for this merger is the internal restructuring so that we can simplify the operations, the number of entities we have, just the governance, management oversight, governance get better, the management oversight gets better. Also the costs in terms of managing all the business gets better and so on and so forth. There was a question, why is it the TPSSL is being merged? Why is the EPC business is not being merged? Because the EPC business is kept out because it's a third-party business and the rest of the renewable business will be transferred to the InvIT. There was a question on when was the solar plant purchased? The solar plant was originally set up in a joint venture with the BP in 1991, and later on the 50% of the BP holding was bought by the company. Those are the main questions. Mr. Santosh Saraf, thank you for your comments and many appreciations that you gave. Mr. Adil Irani, we have taken note of your suggestions, and the company secretary Hanos has noted it, and we will see what we can do. Those are the remarks and the answers. Now with that, I would like to move to authorize Mr. Hannes Mistry, Company Secretary, to conduct the voting procedure and conclude the meeting. The e-voting facility will remain open for the next 15 minutes to enable the members to cast their vote. The results will be announced in 48 hours of the conclusion of the meeting, and the same would be intimated to the stock exchanges and uploaded on the website of the company as well as that of NSDL. Once again, I would like to thank all the shareholders for attending the meeting and for their continuous support. I also want to thank the directors for joining the meeting today. With your consent, I and all other board members would like to leave the meeting. I request once again all the shareholders to stay safe and healthy and look forward to hopefully meeting you physically sometime during this calendar year. Thank you all very much. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
The e-voting has been kept open for 15 minutes as mentioned by the chairman. We now close the e-voting. I would like to say that the requisite quorum was present throughout the meeting. Results of the NCLT convened meeting will be announced by the company within 48 hours on or before 18 February 2021. With this, I declare the meeting concluded. Thank you.